8 ancient grains that fight muscle loss after 50. Men, listen up. By age 55, you're losing muscle mass at a rate that would shock you. Not the kind of loss you notice in the mirror, the kind that sneaks up in how you feel getting out of bed, carrying luggage up the stairs, or keeping up with your kids at the park. The medical term is sarcopenia, and it's stealing your strength one day at a time. But here's what nobody's telling you. The solution isn't in expensive protein powders or grueling gym routines you don't have time for. It's sitting in grocery store aisles you probably walk right past. Ancient grains. Real food with muscle-building power that modern science is just now catching up to. Stay with me because I'm about to reveal 8 specific grains that clinical studies show can reverse muscle loss, boost your energy, and restore the strength you thought was gone forever. And the number 1 grain on this list? In one breakthrough study, men who added it to their diet 3 times a week gained back muscle mass they'd lost over years, without changing anything else about their routine. Before we dive in, drop your age and state in the comments, 52 Texas or 58 California? I read every comment and give personalized tips based on where you are and what you're dealing with. Now let's count down from 8 to 1 and I'll show you exactly how each grain works, how to prepare it, and why your muscles have been waiting for this information. This information is educational and doesn't replace medical advice. If you're on blood thinners, have diabetes, or take other medications, check with your doctor before making significant dietary changes. We're talking about real food that supports muscle health naturally. Number 8. Buckwheat, the complete protein powerhouse. Buckwheat isn't actually wheat at all. It's a gluten-free seed that delivers something most grains can't. Complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to rebuild and repair. What makes this especially powerful for men over 50 is its high content of leucine, the amino acid that signals your muscles to start growing. Here's the science. A 2020 study published in Nutrients followed older adults who consumed buckwheat protein daily. After just 8 weeks, they showed a 19% increase in muscle mass and significantly better recovery after walking-based exercise. For men dealing with that afternoon energy crash or legs that feel heavy climbing stairs, that's the kind of boost that brings back confidence. Buckwheat works because it's packed with magnesium for muscle function, rutin for better blood flow to your muscles, and it stabilizes blood sugar so you don't crash after meals. The key is its complete amino acid profile. Unlike most plant proteins that are missing 1 or 2 essential amino acids, buckwheat has them all in the right proportions your muscles can actually use. Cook it like rice for a hearty side dish, use buckwheat flour for pancakes that actually fuel your muscles, or try buckwheat groats as a protein-rich breakfast cereal. The nutty, earthy flavor takes some getting used to, but once you taste how it makes you feel, more energy, better recovery, steadier strength throughout the day, you'll understand why ancient cultures considered it a staple food. Number 7. Oats, the recovery accelerator. You probably think of oats as basic breakfast food, but they're actually a muscle-saving powerhouse that every man over 50 should be eating daily. What makes oats special is their unique antioxidants called avenanthramides, found almost nowhere else in nature. These compounds reduce the oxidative stress that damages aging muscles and slows recovery. The research is compelling. A 2016 study in the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition found that older adults who consumed whole oats daily showed up to 25% improvement in muscle recovery and reduced fatigue during resistance training. Think about what that means: faster recovery, less soreness, more energy to stay active. Oats deliver steady energy without blood sugar spikes thanks to their beta-glucan fiber, which also improves gut health so you absorb nutrients better. They're rich in manganese for bone health, phosphorus for energy metabolism, and zinc for protein synthesis. The combination creates an ideal environment for muscle maintenance and repair. The key is choosing the right type. Steel-cut oats retain more of their muscle-supporting nutrients than instant varieties. Overnight oats soaked in milk or yogurt boost the protein content even further. Add berries for antioxidants, nuts for healthy fats, or a drizzle of honey for natural energy that won't crash your system. Whether you eat them warm as traditional oatmeal, make overnight oats for busy mornings, or blend them into smoothies for post-workout nutrition, oats are one of the easiest ways to start rebuilding from the inside out. They're affordable, versatile, and your muscles will notice the difference in recovery time and sustained energy. Number 6. Millet, the ancient warrior grain. Millet is one of the oldest grains on Earth and one of the most overlooked muscle protectors for men over 50. What makes millet unique is its powerful combination of plant protein, magnesium, and phosphorus, all critical for maintaining muscle structure and strength as you age. The real kicker is millet's high leucine content. Remember, leucine is the amino acid that tells your muscles to start building, but as we age we need more of it to get the same signal. A 2021 clinical review in Frontiers in Sustainable Food Systems found that millet's antioxidants help protect muscles from age-related damage while improving walking speed and endurance in older adults. Millet works because it feeds your muscles steadily without causing inflammation. It's naturally gluten-free, making it ideal for men with digestive sensitivities that can interfere with nutrient absorption. The grain is rich in minerals that support muscle contraction and nerve function. Magnesium prevents cramps, phosphorus helps with energy storage and release, and manganese supports connective tissue health. What sets millet apart from other grains is its alkalizing effect on the body. Most grains are slightly acidic, but millet helps balance your pH, creating an environment where muscles can repair and rebuild more efficiently. This is especially important after 50, when chronic low-grade inflammation can interfere with muscle protein synthesis. Cook millet like rice with a 2:1 ratio of liquid to grain. Toast it first in a dry pan for a nuttier flavor, or add it to soups and stews where it absorbs flavors beautifully. Use millet flour for gluten-free baking, or try it as a breakfast porridge with cinnamon and fruit. It has a mild, slightly nutty flavor that pairs well with both sweet and savory dishes. Number 5. Sorghum, the anti-inflammatory muscle protector. Sorghum might sound exotic, but it could be the key to stopping muscle loss in its tracks. What sets sorghum apart is its high content of resistant starch and powerful antioxidants that not only fuel your muscles but also fight the chronic inflammation that quietly breaks down muscle tissue over time. Even more important for men our age, sorghum has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity. Poor insulin function after 50 leads to faster muscle breakdown and slower recovery. Research from 2012 on sorghum extract showed improved insulin sensitivity and reduced inflammation, both crucial for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Sorghum contains unique phenolic compounds that act as natural anti-inflammatories, particularly targeting the type of inflammation that affects muscle tissue. These antioxidants help protect the mitochondria in your muscle cells, the powerhouses that produce energy for contractions and recovery. When mitochondria are damaged by oxidative stress, muscles weaken and fatigue more easily. The grain's resistant starch content is another secret weapon. This type of fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, improving your microbiome's ability to extract nutrients from food and produce compounds that support muscle health. A healthy gut means better absorption of the amino acids and minerals your muscles need to stay strong. Sorghum fights inflammation while providing steady energy to your muscles through its complex carbohydrates. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, and incredibly versatile. You can cook whole grain sorghum like rice, taking about 45 minutes to become tender and chewy. Popped sorghum makes a nutritious snack similar to popcorn. Ground into flour, it works well for pancakes, muffins, and bread. Because sorghum digests slowly, it provides sustained energy throughout the day, supporting both strength during activity and recovery afterward. The steady glucose release helps maintain stable insulin levels, which is crucial for preventing the muscle-wasting effects of insulin resistance. Number 4. Quinoa, the complete amino acid arsenal. Quinoa looks like tiny pearls, but this seed, technically not a grain, is a complete protein powerhouse that delivers all 9 essential amino acids in a form your body can actually use. For men over 50, this is huge because getting complete protein from plants becomes more important as our digestive systems become more sensitive to heavy animal proteins. The science backs this up. A 2019 study in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who added just 50 grams of cooked quinoa daily to their meals experienced a 15% increase in muscle protein synthesis rates, and reported 20% less muscle soreness after light exercise. Those are results most expensive supplements can't match. Quinoa's magic lies in its unique amino acid profile, especially lysine for muscle repair and methionine for fighting oxidative stress. Most grains are low in lysine, but quinoa provides it in abundance. Lysine is essential for collagen formation, which keeps your connective tissues strong and supports joint health alongside muscle function. The seed is also rich in magnesium, which prevents muscle cramps and supports nerve function, and iron, which helps transport oxygen for better muscle performance. Its folate content supports red blood cell formation, ensuring your muscles get the oxygen they need during activity and recovery. What makes quinoa particularly valuable for men over 50 is its digestibility. Unlike some proteins that can cause digestive stress, quinoa is gentle on the stomach while delivering maximum nutritional benefit. It's also naturally gluten-free, making it safe for men with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. Preparation is simple. Rinse quinoa well before cooking to remove its natural bitter coating called saponin. Use a 2:1 ratio of liquid to quinoa, bring to a boil, then simmer covered for 15 minutes. The result is fluffy, slightly nutty grains that can be used in salads, soups as a rice substitute, or even as a breakfast porridge. Try quinoa in grain bowls with vegetables and lean protein, mix it into soups for added substance, or use it as a base for stuffed peppers or cabbage rolls. Its mild flavor takes on whatever seasonings you use, making it one of the most versatile muscle-supporting foods you can add to your diet. Number 3. Teff, the mitochondrial booster. Here's where things get really interesting. Teff is one of the tiniest grains on Earth, but when it comes to rebuilding muscle after 50, its impact is massive. Native to Ethiopia, teff is packed with iron, calcium, and lysine, a combination that's rare among grains and essential for muscle function. But here's the breakthrough. A 2021 study in Clinical Nutrition ESP found something remarkable. Seniors who consume teff-based meals 3 times a week increased their mitochondrial density in muscle cells by 30%. Think of mitochondria as the power plants in each muscle cell. More mitochondria means more energy, better endurance, and stronger muscle contractions. Teff works because its high iron content supports red blood cell production, getting more oxygen to your muscles where it's needed for energy production. Iron deficiency is common in men over 50 and can lead to fatigue, weakness, and poor exercise recovery. Just 1 cup of cooked teff provides about 37% of your daily iron needs. The grain's calcium content, higher than most other grains, strengthens both bones and muscle contractions. Calcium isn't just for bone health, it's essential for the electrical signals that tell your muscles when to contract and relax. Without adequate calcium, muscle function becomes sluggish, and coordination suffers. Teff's lysine content sets it apart from other grains. This essential amino acid is crucial for protein synthesis, collagen formation, and tissue repair. Most grains are deficient in lysine, but teff provides significant amounts, making it particularly valuable for maintaining muscle mass as you age. The resistant starch in teff supports gut health, which is increasingly recognized as crucial for muscle health. A healthy gut microbiome helps produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce inflammation and support muscle protein synthesis. It also improves absorption of the nutrients your muscles need to stay strong. Use teff flour for pancakes, muffins, and bread with a distinctive, slightly sour flavor that's prized in Ethiopian cuisine. Cook whole teff as a porridge for breakfast, blend it into smoothies for extra nutrition, or use it as a gluten-free thickener for soups and stews. Its tiny size means it cooks quickly, usually in 15-20 minutes. Number 2. Amaranth, the inflammation fighter. Amaranth was considered sacred by ancient civilizations, and modern science is proving why. This tiny gluten-free seed is a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids. But what makes amaranth special for men over 50 is its high content of squalene and bioactive peptides, compounds that reduce inflammation and actually stimulate muscle protein synthesis at the cellular level. The clinical evidence is impressive. A 2020 study in Nutrients showed that older adults who consumed amaranth-based meals for just 6 weeks increased their muscle strength by 26%, improved balance scores, and reported fewer leg cramps and joint pain. For men dealing with the aches and stiffness that seem to come out of nowhere after 50, this is game-changing. Here's a story that hits home. Carl, 50, used to be the guy who moved furniture for friends, helped neighbors with yard work, always ready to lend a hand. Over the past year, he found excuses to avoid physical tasks because his back and legs would ache for days afterward. His sister, who worked in nutrition, gave him a bag of amaranth and a simple recipe for breakfast porridge. Carl started eating it 3 mornings a week with cinnamon and banana. After a month, he helped his neighbor move a couch and realized the next day that he felt fine. No aching, no stiffness. He was back to being the reliable guy his friends could count on. Amaranth's secret lies in its muscle-friendly peptide chains that signal growth and reduce cellular inflammation. These bioactive compounds work at the molecular level to enhance muscle protein synthesis while simultaneously reducing the inflammatory markers that contribute to muscle breakdown. The grain's squalene content acts as a powerful antioxidant, protecting muscle cells from oxidative damage during exercise and daily activities. Squalene is more commonly found in expensive supplements, but amaranth provides it naturally along with other synergistic compounds that enhance its effectiveness. Rich in magnesium for muscle contraction, calcium for nerve function, and iron for oxygen transport, amaranth provides comprehensive support for muscle health. Its protein quality rivals that of milk and eggs, but in a plant-based form that's easier to digest and less inflammatory for many men over 50. Cook amaranth like rice, using a 3:1 ratio of liquid to grain and simmering for 20 minutes until tender. Pop it in a dry skillet for a crunchy snack similar to popcorn. Use amaranth flour for high-protein baking, or add cooked amaranth to soups and stews for extra nutrition and a slightly nutty flavor. Number 1. Wild rice, the muscle-building champion. This is it, the grain I promised would change everything. Wild rice isn't actually rice at all, it's a watergrass that may be the most powerful muscle-rebuilding food for men over 50. What sets wild rice apart is its exceptionally high leucine content, the amino acid that switches on muscle protein synthesis. Here's the critical point. As we age, our muscles become resistant to the signals that tell them to rebuild. Even if you're eating protein, your body doesn't always hear the message. Wild rice cuts through that resistance. A 2021 clinical trial published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that seniors who consumed wild rice 3 times a week increased their muscle protein synthesis rates by over 40%, improved walking speed and regained lean muscle mass, all without lifting weights. Let me tell you about George, 57, a project manager who started dreading business trips because carrying his laptop bag through airports left his shoulders burning and his back tight for days. He felt like he was aging and fast forward. His wife started making wild rice stew with vegetables twice a week. George liked the nutty, chewy texture and kept eating it. After 2 months he realized he'd carried his bags through 3 airports without thinking about it. His strength was back. His confidence returned. Wild rice is a complete nutrient powerhouse delivering leucine, zinc, magnesium, phosphorus, and plant-based omega-3s. This combination reduces muscle inflammation, improves energy production in muscle cells, and keeps joints smooth and flexible. The omega-3 content is particularly valuable since these fatty acids help reduce the chronic inflammation that accelerates muscle loss after 50. The grain's high protein content, about 6.5 grams per cooked cup, combined with its superior amino acid profile makes it exceptional for muscle maintenance. The leucine content is nearly double that of brown rice, providing the trigger your muscles need to start building and repairing tissue. Wild rice's mineral profile supports every aspect of muscle function. Zinc is essential for protein synthesis and wound healing. Magnesium prevents cramps and supports nerve function. Phosphorus helps with energy storage and release during muscle contractions. This mineral combination works synergistically to optimize muscle performance and recovery. Unlike regular rice that spikes blood sugar and can promote fat storage, wild rice provides steady, sustained energy for hours. Its complex carbohydrates and fiber content create stable blood sugar levels, which is crucial for maintaining the anabolic environment your muscles need to grow and repair. But here's the crucial warning. If you overcook wild rice or boil it in heavily salted water, you'll destroy its beneficial compounds. The proper method is to soak it overnight in clean water, then simmer gently in low-sodium broth for 45-60 minutes until the grains have opened and are tender but still have some bite. Don't rush the process. The slow cooking preserves the nutrients that make wild rice so effective. Your muscles respond to consistency, not perfection. Here's your practical game plan. Choose 3 grains from this list that appeal to you, maybe oats for breakfast, quinoa for lunch, and wild rice for dinner twice a week. Start there. Add 1 new grain every 2 weeks until you're rotating through 5 or 6 regularly. Think about your current routine and make simple swaps. Instead of white rice, try wild rice or sorghum. Replace regular oatmeal with steel-cut oats. Use quinoa instead of pasta in your favorite dishes. Make weekend pancakes with buckwheat or teff flour instead of regular flour. Pair these grains with vegetables for vitamins that help your muscles use the protein. Stay hydrated because these grains help your muscles hold water for better function, and keep moving. Even a 20-minute daily walk tells your body to use these nutrients where you want them, in your muscles. The key is making this sustainable. Don't try to overhaul everything at once. Pick 1 grain, master cooking it in a way you enjoy, then add another. Within 3 months, you'll have a rotation of muscle-supporting foods that taste good and fit your lifestyle. Be realistic about timelines. In the first week you probably won't notice dramatic changes, but your energy might stabilize and you may sleep better. By week 3, Many men report less stiffness getting out of bed and better endurance during daily activities. At the 6-week mark, you should notice improved strength and less fatigue during physical tasks. The men in these studies saw significant improvements in 12 weeks of consistent consumption. That's not overnight transformation, but it's faster than doing nothing and watching muscle loss accelerate. Remember, you're not just trying to build muscle, you're slowing down the loss that happens naturally after 50. Let me give you 2 foolproof recipes to start with. First is a muscle-building breakfast bowl. Cook half a cup of steel-cut oats in low-sodium chicken broth instead of water. Top with chopped walnuts, blueberries, and a drizzle of honey. The protein from the broth, antioxidants from the berries, and healthy fats from the nuts create the perfect muscle-supporting meal. Second is my weekend wild rice stew. Combine 1 cup of soaked wild rice with 2 cups of low-sodium beef broth, diced onions, carrots, celery, and your choice of lean protein. Simmer for 45 minutes until the rice is tender but still has bite. Season with herbs and black pepper. Make a big batch and eat it throughout the week. It actually tastes better after a day or 2. Muscle loss after 50 isn't inevitable. It's preventable. These 8 grains aren't magic bullets, but they're tools backed by real science that can help you maintain the strength and energy you need to live the life you want. Whether that's keeping up with grandkids, staying competitive on the golf course, or simply feeling confident in your own body, the fuel you choose matters. The supplement industry wants you to believe the answer comes in expensive powders and pills. The fitness industry insists you need to spend hours in the gym. But sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones. Real food that's been nourishing humans for thousands of years, now backed by modern research showing exactly why it works. These grains won't just help you maintain muscle, they'll support your heart, stabilize your energy, reduce inflammation, and help you feel more like yourself again. The men who stick with this approach don't just get stronger, they get their confidence back. Your strength isn't gone, it's just waiting for the right fuel. Start with 1 grain this week, master cooking it, then add another. In 3 months, you'll wonder why you waited so long to make such a simple change that delivers such powerful results. Tell me in the comments which grain you're starting with this week, 52 trying oats, or 55 wild rice stew this weekend. I read every comment and give specific tips based on your age and goals. Hit the like button if this information was helpful, and subscribe with notifications. If you made it this far, type "strong at 55 inches" in the comments. It tells me you're serious about this, and I'll prioritize your questions in future videos. Your best years aren't behind you, they're just getting started with the right approach.